Hello team, this is Jen. Good to see you here at the top of week 8. The first thing that I want to talk about this week is your morale. I find that in graduate courses, as we head into week 8, especially after the rigorous work that was due in week 7, students can sometimes feel dead tired. And at the beginning of week 8, I want to try to resuscitate you a little bit by offering you the encouragement that you absolutely deserve for getting so far in the course and for continuing your hard work. I know that these last couple weeks of the term are very challenging. I know that as we get closer and closer to this final project, anxiety is building. You start to question yourself. Some students at this point even start to question their career path and their ability in this discipline. I want to take a moment to tell you that you are on the right path and that you are working hard, you're doing well, and that change and growth, it doesn't happen overnight and it can't happen overnight. Um, all of you have made improvements week to week in a way that should be valued and it should be recognized by you because it's certainly recognized by me. I want to encourage you to continue your hard work and finish out this quarter strongly because I know you have it in you and I know it's demanding, but I hope that you see the value in the standards that this course puts forth for you. I think that you can meet those standards and I want to help you to meet those standards. So please come to my online office hours or email me if you have any concerns, if you have any points of interest that you want to discuss. I want you to know that I am here for you as we move toward the closure of this course. Speaking of closing the course, this week we read our last text. It is Rushdie's Midnight's Children. You do not have to write a response paper on this text. Instead, you're going to be engaged in a series of discussion board posts concerning Midnight's Children. In these discussion board posts, I want to remind you that you are in no way obliged or even invited to write to the discussion board prompts. This is especially important as we go toward Rushdie because if you find yourself just writing to the prompts all the time, you could actually lose the chance to speak about what you want to talk about because you're not writing a response paper. So please make sure that you always remember, I don't like students to write to the prompts. How blasé could you possibly be? Please write a post that runs with your own context, especially as we near the end of the term. I need to see that you can contextualize well and that you can develop context by unpacking them and analyzing the text and making arguments about the text that matter. So that's what I want to see from you in these coming forums. You'll also notice that the comments that you receive from me on your Marquez response paper and on your Rice response paper, they are very short compared to the comments that you received on earlier response papers. This is due to the fact that I expect that you will be evolving in this course by reading all of my comments in Turnitin and applying those ideas to forthcoming essays, that you'll be able to understand what I mean when I synthesize my comments paragraph by paragraph rather line by line. So I hope that's useful. If you would like more in-depth feedback on any of your essays, please, absolutely come to my office hours and I will be more than happy to talk about your writing with you one-on-one. I mean, that's what these conferences can be used for. Also, I have commented on your rough drafts. Many students did not hand in their rough drafts. It's okay. It's actually an optional deliverable. For those of you who did hand in your second drafts, you got some feedback from me that is absolutely going to be super helpful for you as you move toward your final draft for this final project. The last thing I want to say for you today is that in week 8, you have a workshop due. In this workshop, you need to write a paragraph or two that really explains your theoretical lens and your line of inquiry in terms of argumentation. This is your chance to kind of get out in almost an abstract-like way, what the point of your essay is. Because by this point in the term, you do know what your essay is about. You know the context, you know the main arguments, plural, and you also know the theoretical lens or lenses that are most critical for your ways of analyzing the text. So this is your chance to synthesize what you know and articulate that in a way that seems like almost an abstract. This is actually a chance for you to practice abstract writing. Many of you at the graduate level are familiar with what an abstract is, what it looks like, how it functions, how to write one. If you're not familiar, why not let me know. This workshop does not need to be abstract quality. I am not going to be grading it based on whether or not it conforms to the abstract genre. But what I'm asking you to do is what an abstract asks of its writer. So if you want to push yourself a little harder, educate yourself about abstract writing. Ask me about it. Why not? It gives you a chance to take this education into your own hands and push it a little bit further. Otherwise, simply write me a paragraph or two in which you synthesize and clearly articulate your main arguments. I basically want you to lay out your line of inquiry for me and for your peers. This is not only going to be helpful for you as you move toward your final revisions for this paper, but it's also going to give your peers a clear sense of your work that they can respond to and offer insights about that can help you also during your final revisions of this paper. So please do take this workshop seriously. The most important aspect of the workshop, as always, is improving your collaboration skills, which, as you know, are very critical, especially at this particular moment in our profession of academia. So you want to make sure that you're getting better at this idea of collaborating and working together and peer reviewing. These are all things that you will absolutely come across as you go on to be a professor, an editor, a writer in any capacity. It's important. So make sure that you're honing those skills and that you're improving in the workshops. If you're not sure how, well, you know where to find me, guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.